Hello everybody, welcome to or welcome back to Kentucky Farms Mapping. Today we're on UMRV for our second episode, and we'll be taking a look at some new equipment and also getting started on some grass work. So hope you enjoy the video. First thing we have here is our John Deere 7810. It'll be our primary tractor for grass work and that type of thing, a little bit of the smaller things on the farm. We also have a John Deere Moco mower. Okay, our other big tractor that we have here is a John Deere 9630. Got duals and weights all over it. We have the 8400, okay, which will be kind of our main tractor for planting and doing some other types of things like that. We're also going with kind of a mix of older equipment, newer equipment, mid-range sizes, a little bit bigger sizes, nothing really huge. Not going with the great big things in here. One of the examples is kind of the mid-range thing. We have the Parker auger wagon that just came out on the Mod Hub recently. And we also back here we have the Anderson Smart Mix for feeding the cattle. We have the John Deere 6930, which is kind of our feeder tractor and things like that around the farm. We also have an older tractor we'll take a look at here also. Okay, we have the Haybuster 2660. It says Haybuster, but I believe the only thing you can do, you can bust up with it is the straw. Okay, we're going to use the Anderson bale mover. Instead of doing a lot of single lifting of bales and using a bale fork and things like that, we're going to use this. Then of course we'll use a bale fork for feeding. We also have the tedder rake back here, windrower. I've never used this. We're just going to see how it works. It's supposed to ted and windrow at the same time. Okay, we'll be using that here really soon. In our shed over here, we have a 12 row corn header, John Deere Stalk Master. Okay, we also have our combine, which we've gone with not the biggest one, we've gone with the S780. We also have a 35-foot head here, the 635 FD. We've got the field cultivator that's here. This is the Great Plains field cultivator. We have the Landau mulcher. I've also opted to go with the John Deere 2100 ripper. Okay, and instead of doing like a regular plow, we're going to use a ripper. And I don't really like using, I know there's some discs in there that are a lot wider that you can use. I'd prefer using something like the ripper. This is our drill, our seeder. We've gone with the N542 drill, and our planter is a 24 row planter that we have over here, and also it's a John Deere 1775 NT. Our forage harvester, the 8800i. Again, we haven't gone with the 9000 series. We've gone with a little bit smaller one. And then the head on it, we've gone with the 360. We may up it a little bit as we go through. We'll just kind of see how it goes as we go through the series a little bit. Sprayer that we're going to use is the Best Way sprayer. We've got a John Deere 4440 to pull it. We'll kind of see how that goes. There should be enough horsepower here to use this on the sprayer, and again for some of the smaller things that are on the farm. We're also using the Parker grain wagons. I've opted not to do a semi and a trailer for now. I'd prefer to use wagons, kind of keep it a little bit more old school and not go real huge with this. Our forage wagons here are the Meyer 224s. I like using these instead of the ones with the wagon base on them, simply because of the fact they back up easier. And then with our baler, we've gone with the Vermeer, just the 605N. That's our equipment that we have for now. And we'll probably add to it as we go along and, swap some things out, exchange some things. We'll just see how it goes. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to head off to the field and start doing some grass work. Okay, we're in John Deere 7810 here. We're going to head off to the field and start mowing some grass. Okay, kind of get started here a little bit. Get up here and unfold it. We may use course play and auto drive and some things like that as we go along a little bit later, but for now we're just going to kind of stick to doing things on our own. I enjoy the farming part. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with this. We'll lower her down and take off with the mower, and off we go. We're going to take a couple of headlands off of here. May go back and forth a little bit, or we may just go around for a while. After we get this done, we'll bring our tedder rake out here and we'll see how that works and check it out. I'm going to be finishing up here in just a minute, but take notice to how janky my rows are. Mostly that's because, one, I can't drive straight, and the other one is because I spent most of the time trying to get GPS to work correctly on an offset, and as much as I tried, I just couldn't get it to do what I wanted it to do. So it's going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to practice with and see if I can't get it to work a little bit better. But for now, we have some crooked rows and some missed spots, and honestly, it's going to look great once we've got it baled, so I guess it really doesn't matter that much for now. Okay, we'll just finish up here, and then we'll run up and grab the rake and come back and rake it up and bale it. Okay, like I said, this is my first time using this. We will check it out. Let's open our HUD here and take a look at what we have. And basically, looks like we just have to unfold it, and we'll lower it down, and we'll see what happens. Turn it on, and off we go. Looks like we're turning it into hay. So we'll go ahead and get this raked up and bring our baler out and get some hay for the cattle that we haven't purchased yet. Yeah, grab the baler, back at the field. We'll see what we can get here as far as hay. Should be a pretty good hay crop. Like I said when we started this, you know, it's a well-established farm, so it had fertilizer, weeds were under control, you know, it had been plowed, all of that type of thing. So we had a pretty good start on the crops, so we should have a good hay crop out of this. Looks like we're going to get quite a few bales. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and finish this up. Hey, just finishing up here. Like I said before, you'll never know that these weren't perfectly straight rows. As soon as we get this done, we'll go get our bale loader and pick the bales up, take them back, and have some feed for the cattle. See you when we get ready to do that. Picking up our last bale here. We had a total of 37 bales off of this, which turned out really good. This is going to give us a good start for our cattle feed. We're also going to need some silage, and we will need some straw. We have some sorghum that we'll be harvesting next time. We also have some oats that we'll be able to harvest for some straw. As soon as we get some silage and some straw, we'll end up purchasing some cattle, and that'll be here before long. So hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you come back next time. Thanks for watching.